Do you know that over 70% of job applicants usually don't get a response back when they apply for job online? In this video, I'll be sharing 3 tips that will help you improve your chances of getting a job online. And the next time you apply for a job, I want you to notice this so that you can actually ensure that you are not only wasting your time, but your chances of getting a good response is actually improved. The first thing I want to talk about is as a beginner in tech, you don't have to feel shy. You don't have to feel like you're not being perfect or you're not doing something good enough because of the criticism out there. A lot of time we could fall into our own shell and feel like, oh, if I put my job out there, people are going to judge me. People are going to feel like, oh, what are you doing? The design is not perfect. I mean, you're a learner, right? You are seeing your learning phase. So don't listen to what people are saying. Start putting your projects out there. Start talking about your achievement. And a good way to start doing it is by using a platform like LinkedIn. Let's say you start learning HTML and CSS and you're able to build up something, no matter how ugly it is. Talk about it online. You don't need to make a video. Just compose a short write-up of what you have done. Talk about it. Or I just made this pic with HTML and CSS. Write up, no matter how ugly it is, just keep on posting your achievement as you are learning. Keep on documenting your job out there or what you have been doing out there. So little by little, you get little attractions on your profile. People begins to notice you on your LinkedIn. They begin to notice that, oh, there's this person that is learning. You might not be aware, but people are actually noticing. From 1 likes to 2 likes, your account begins to gain traction. So when you're actually ready for a job, and there's actually people there that already knows about you, that are ready to like vouch for you and already have a track record of what you have been doing. So you are not just like a beginner that just jumped from out there and just started applying for a job. You already have people that notice you, that already are aware of what you have been doing. So that is why it's very important that you document that process and let people be aware of what you are learning and how you are actually going through that process. You don't just need to sit and wait that, oh, until my design is perfect before I start talking about myself. Celebrate yourself. Be proud of yourself. Be happy for yourself. I mean, you are going to learn it. It's not easy to learn. So document that process out there. So people be very much aware of what you have been doing. And when you are ready to actually apply for a job, there are people out there that are ready to back you and support you. The second tip I want us to talk about is your resume. You see, if your design is all perfect, it's all good, and everything is okay, your resume could be your only block that is affecting you from getting to the recruiters. Because most companies uses what we call ATS. There are lots of people contesting for the same job as you, and most times the recruiters doesn't get to go through every resume. So what they do is they have a software that scans every resume, and only the resume that gets to the recruiter, or only the CV that gets to the recruiter, are the ones that passes that ATS filter. So when you send your resume out there and just get an automated response back, blah blah blah, we can't hire you at this time. A lot of times it's usually not because of your skills or your qualifications. It's because of how your resume is designed. It's probably poorly designed and very bad design and all that. So ensure you watch out for this. If possible, hire someone that their job is to create resume. Let them do the job for you. Let them scan through your resume, give feedback, and even possible, let them create a brand new resume for you. Something that makes sense, that is well structured with good templates, that the ATS is able to scan through your achievements and it gets to the recruiters. Why the last tips I want to give you is, the native approach or the traditional approach of applying for job online, just going to the job board, sending your resume and sitting back to wait. Oh, they're going to get back to me. They're going to get back to me. Usually don't work all the time, which is why you have to take advantage of using the recruiter's connection. So a good way to connect with the recruiter is looking at the platform on LinkedIn. Let's say you apply for a job at Facebook. You don't have to sit and wait and say, oh, I've just applied for this job. Then let me sit down and wait till whenever I get a good response back. No, you don't have to do that. You can start connecting with recruiters on Facebook, on LinkedIn, I mean. So let's say you applied for a job on LinkedIn for a particular. Let's say you applied for a software engineering job on LinkedIn. You don't need to sit down and wait. Look for the information of that recruiters. Connect with them on LinkedIn. Make friends with them. Try to talk with them and connect with them and talk about what you have been doing all this while. Say, oh, you can just compose a message and talk about okay what you have been doing and you are interested in this role, blah blah blah. So just give a short profile about yourself. You see, you can be shocked that a lot of people don't actually do this. Most people, at least 90% of people, go to their native approach, just sending that resume out there and sitting down and wait for a good response. But you have sent your resume and you have also built a connection with that recruiter. That will give you an edge over every other person. So don't forget the three tips we talk about at the beginner. Start putting yourself out there. Start talking about your project. Don't be shy. Don't wait until your job is perfect before you start talking about your achievement. Start putting your projects out there using a platform like LinkedIn. While the second tip we talk about is your resume. If you are not able to create a good resume by yourself, hire someone that their job is to design a good resume that can get past the 8 years filter. While the third approach I mentioned is not relying on the traditional approach of just sending your resume alone and sitting down and wait for a good response. Try to build a connection with the recruiters or whoever is in charge of that job, to talk about yourself, to build a rapport with them, to talk to them about why you are interested in that job. A lot of people don't do that. At least 90% of people don't do that. So by doing that, that gave you an edge over every other person. I share more tips here. If you're interested in more videos like this, click the follow button and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Peace out.